Welcome to Bedtime Meditations. Curious how you all are feeling, oh, thanks, Norma. You can hear me fine. Good. Wondering what you all are feeling today and since last week. If you want to type a little check-in in the comment section, let me know what's going on. Yeah, just let me know what you're noticing. One thing that I'm continually reflective of every day is the ways that my life, I wouldn't say is changing, but is simplifying. And it's like a forced simplification in many ways, right? A different way of doing things. And it seems like literally everything is under the microscope right now, because not only are we worried about these microscopic, I don't want to say bacteria, because the virus is not a bacteria. I was reading about this today. It's a protein. It has a fat shell that protects the protein, which is why soap is so good at dissolving that fat. But yeah, from even that level, like we're conscious of our breath, we're conscious of what we're touching, we're conscious of all these things. Everything is under a microscope right now. And so I'm wondering, what else are you all realizing that you're conscious of? Like maybe your relationships are under a microscope right now. Maybe your daily habits or your hygiene or your relationship with food or movement is under a microscope right now. So I'm wondering what you're all noticing, and also wondering what if you're coming up with anything that is not sustainable. In other words, in your old life, which doesn't a month ago seem so long ago now, in your old life, what is no longer sustainable. So when we get the all clear and it's okay to go back outside and go about, life as we know it, what is not coming with you? What are you leaving behind? What's in the past that you are done with and that you no longer wish to put your energy and your emotions into? That's what I'm curious about. So if anybody wants to share, just go ahead and type in the comments. I think, and then maybe also share what thing that you're really grateful for. What's the best thing about what's going on for you? I know for me, it's been so nice to sleep in the morning without being, I could sleep until I'm rested. And that's been really great. It feels good to do that. And not having to get up to run my kids' places and all of that. That's been really nice. So, y'all are a little bit shy tonight. That's okay. I have been feeling into, Jordan says, grateful for extra time with my son and husband. Yeah, I know. I feel the same. It's really an opportunity to snuggle in with our babies. And I know that, Chris says definitely under a microscope, creating loving strategy. Yeah. Jordan was talking about the family, and I realized with my own babies, sometimes I get frustrated with them, and I'm realizing under this microscope that it's not them that I'm frustrated with. I'm frustrated with all the other things demanding my attention, and I kind of take it out on them. But I actually am really loving the snuggles with them and the movie time and the extra kisses and all of that. It's been really lovely, and I'm not snapping at them, and I'm not, because all those other distractions have quieted down. Elisa says, I'm grateful for being able to connect with others virtually. Absolutely. Honestly, with all of my health problems, this is Laura, in the past, I'm just grateful to be alive and not sick from this virus. Yay! Yeah, your health is doing pretty good, Laura. You've been doing a lot for your health lately. I'm proud of you. Trish says, I'm enjoying the time with my children and so grateful for the nice weather. Norma says same. All right. Well, as I'm preparing for each Tuesday, so I decided I'm going to do this on Tuesday and Friday until I get too busy or until you guys get tired of it and you don't want to show up anymore. Whatever it is, I'm going to keep doing it. And I've found that this is starting to be my most favorite time of the week, because those of you who are coming some of you are experienced meditators and have been doing this for a long time, and some of you are just new to this. And it doesn't matter, because you all have big, beautiful hearts, and you're bringing them here in open minds and open hearts. And then we get to share that energy together, and then we get to grow it and see what's possible. And in our mind, through our visualization, we get to create a new world. And so, we're letting the stress, the anxiety, the worry thoughts, whatever else go away, relaxing the body, and then creating what it is that we want to feel, the new world that we want to step into. So I kind of feel like right now it's almost like we're in the womb, like the great mother womb, right? We're marinating, we're cooking. How are you going to spend this time? Are you going to spend this time growing? Or are you going to spend this time, being sad that you're about to be rebirthed into the world? And so as I started to tune into the energy and to see who might be here today, I picked a crystal. So this crystal I don't really use that much, so I had to educate myself about it. But it's ruby and zoisite. Maybe some of you are familiar with this. And by the way, crystals hold energy. That's why they are associated with certain energetic properties. And I didn't even know this until recently, but one of my mentors, Penny Northrop Kirk, told me that when you squeeze a crystal, it actually releases energy. And this is not that as woo-woo as you think it is, because there's actually quartz that powers watches, and there's quartz in printers that help that to power the energy. So this is actually a scientific fact that crystals hold and expand energy when they're under pressure. So yeah, you can squeeze your they call them worry stones sometimes, but this is ruby and zoisite. And so I want to tell you what this symbolizes. It's actually a lot of really cool things. So the ruby is in here, and the ruby symbolizes fearlessness and releasing. So to release anger, to release resentment, to release all of that stuff, you have to be fearless, because it's easy to just stay wounded and to hold on to that. But when you release it and you forgive somebody even for the wrong that they've done, it doesn't mean that what they did was okay. It means that you are no longer willing to continue carrying on the wounding or the damage that they did. So it's not about them, it's really about you and what you can do to make yourself feel better. So the ruby in there is the fearlessness. It's it's a red color, and then the zoisite is a green color, which represents fertility and abundance. And I just love this because the last meditation that we did, the imagery of a tree came up, right? Like the tree and being your true self, and how to create that abundance and how to grow and feel that connection and support. So this stone is really about letting the past go. So that might be the old world, grieving it, whatever, letting that grief go, and then preparing yourself, being in the womb, being very fertile. The other metaphor you might like is, like a caterpillar in the cocoon. So we're all in the cocoon right now, and we're starting to grow, and then pretty soon we'll be pushing and poking our wings out so that we can break out and then fly to freedom. And so this is about committing to a higher purpose. It's about staying grounded, controlling your thoughts, and positive, happy feelings of energy. It also helps boost the immune system. What do you know? So funny that I would choose this stone tonight. And it helps with adrenal fatigue. Adrenal fatigue happens when you're under too much stress, and you are getting that. We talked last time about the fight or flight. you're getting too much adrenaline from that fight or flight response, and now your body, because it's chronically shooting out adrenaline, is depleting you, and so your adrenal glands start to become fatigued. And then if they become too fatigued, they start to borrow hormones from your thyroid, and then you start to get even more fatigued, right? And you might get cold easy. And then if the thyroid peters out, then it starts borrowing from your sex hormones, and then you're really in trouble. And you start, there's a lot of bad things that can happen, but really your vital life force is gone. So this brings back your vital life force, fertility, and it helps with sleep and growth and prosperity and abundance and dreams. So this is what we're gonna tap into, this energy tonight. And then along with that, right now I'm diffusing Naturally Lovable. This again is Now Foods. You can get it on iherb.com. You can pick it up at Sprouts or a health food store anywhere near you. Usually it's a nice blend of citrus, orange, ylang-ylang. What else is in here? Sandalwood, which is very grounding. And the citrus, especially the lemon and the orange, helps your mood. So it helps you feel, it kind of lifts your mood. So it's a really nice blend. And then again, okay, so cards on this theme. I did choose, this one came up. Again, there's our tree. So validation that theme is continuing. I even talked in the last meditation about what kind of fruits are you growing. Are you growing coconuts or apples? Here's an apple tree. And this card is Lady, and this card does also represent, it's the Empress. It also represents fertility, abundance, growth. I would say receiving. So letting yourself receive right now. And this also from Mother Mary. Whenever I think of self-love and nurturing, I pull from the Mother Mary deck. And this is integrity. So it says, I trust my ability to know what is true for me. If you want to grow and move on from the past, you need to be in touch with your intuition. You need to know when there's people not in integrity around you, and separate yourself from those people. Right now, I believe we're at a time where there's a lot of powers that be that are out of integrity. And this is why we're in a position where we don't know what to believe. We don't even know what a valid news source is anymore, or a valid research study. It just feels like there's so much corruption that we don't even know who to believe. And I'm a PhD student, and I still get skeptical now these days. So it's very crazy, and the way that you move through that is to get back in touch with your own integrity, what you know to be true for yourself, and your own intuition. So I'm going to teach you a little technique right now of how to get into your own intuition, because this is the thing that will protect you the most and will keep you safe through any storm. Some of you know that one of my specialties is helping people leave and heal from narcissistic relationships. A narcissist does something called gaslighting. They tell you untruths that you know the first time they tell it to you, you're like, that is absolutely ridiculous. But they say it over and over and over and over so many times that you start to question yourself, because you think, how could they be so convinced? Maybe I'm the crazy one. And that's exactly what they want to do, is create that mental confusion. Guess what? Large predatory corporations will do the same thing if your awakeness or your research is getting in the way of their profits. Okay, so right now just be very alert and tune in with your intuition. So this is what we're going to do, and then we'll go into the bedtime meditation. So close your eyes and get a sense of your belly area. And I think I originally learned this technique from Paul Chek. And so you ask your body, show me what a yes is. And then be still and notice how your body responds to yes. And then you ask your body, show me what a no is. And see what you notice, if there's a subtle difference. And then show me, body, what a yes is. And then show me what a no is. And then show me what a yes is. And maybe some of you are feeling a more relaxing feeling, or a warmth or a settling with a yes. And then when it's a no, maybe there's a slight tightening or constriction that you're aware of. Some people have said sometimes, like tightness or feeling stiff. And then other times people have said with a yes, there's tingles. Like sometimes you get the goosebumps. If you get truth bumps, I call them, that's a validation or confirmation, that's a yes. So if you didn't notice a difference, that's okay. Just be more aware of your body moment to moment. And the more that you get familiar with your body, the more you'll notice those subtle shifts. So that's one way of telling. So you can tell when somebody's telling the truth when you go inward and you feel into your body. Your body never lies. Your body will never steer you wrong. When you're truly tuning into that message, what does happen sometimes, though, is we go against our intuition, and because we go with what we think we're supposed to do or what seems logical, and then we don't follow our intuition, and that's usually when we get in trouble, not because our intuition led us wrong. So it's about pausing, slowing down, getting into that intuition. So anybody want to share anything? Did you notice the difference between a yes and a no? And if you did, tell me in the comments what you noticed. And I am going to start the music so that we can go into the meditation. All right, so here we go. Moving into meditation for the night. We're going to be focusing on some self-love, I think. Oh, Elisa says yes, was light in my crown, and no was nausea. Oh, that was very powerful. You are very intuitive, though. Yeah, so noticing what your own symptoms are. And sometimes you'll get a big knot in the belly when it's really dangerous, right? It's energy. You're picking up on that energy. So just listen, and then sometimes we get so worried, like we work ourselves up into anxiety, that it gets hard to tell the difference between danger and our own spinning in our head, right? So that's why this meditation is really important, to have a regular meditation routine so that you can calm that down, your own energy down, and then really get to the baseline and see what's there. So I think to start today, we're going to try something. It's a technique from Gendlin called focusing, or it's part of the focusing technique. What we do is imagine all of the worries that you've had today, or maybe all the to-dos or all the things being filed in a file cabinet outside of you. And so I read a news article this morning saying that about 1/3 of Americans have lost at least part of their household income. And so maybe that's the worry. Or maybe the worry is you are one of those who are still employed, but you have to adapt to doing it in the home now, and with distractions and children, and being extra clean in your house and all these extra precautions. So whatever it is that you're dealing with, put any thoughts or worries in that file cabinet, almost like a stacking file, until there's nothing left, and it's just this nice, peaceful emptiness inside of you. And then tuning into your breath and noticing how it feels for the breath to go into the nostrils. Being conscious of receiving that breath fully. Receiving it almost as if you're feeding yourself, you're nourishing yourself. So often throughout the day we hold our breath, or we don't allow ourselves to take big, deep, slow breaths, and we just take little sips of air, which causes us to hyperventilate, which causes even more stress hormones. So this is relaxing that down, and one of the best ways to relax your breath and allow it to be slow and easy is to relax your belly muscles. And one of the best ways to relax your belly muscles is to feel a warmth in your belly. So let the breath be slow and easy. Let the belly be warm and soft. Exhaling through your mouth. You can even sigh it out if you like. If you notice any thoughts jumping around, you can let them come and let them go. Just imagine them like clouds passing by in the sky. Just noticing them. Bringing your attention back to your breath. This beautiful, nourishing breath. Feeling very grounded, supported by the furniture. For those of you who were here last time, your roots are still planted and grounded into the earth. You might even want to put your palms up on your lap, a small token of receiving or being willing to receive, creating space to receive. And spend a couple cycles of breath now, breathing out the old. Maybe any anger you felt the last couple days, or resentment or frustration. Maybe acknowledging and letting go of any grief or sadness about the way things used to be. A lot of times we get caught between two worlds because we need to move on, but we're still holding on to things from the past that can't ever be again. And so again, it takes that ruby bravery to let it go. And if we're feeling fear, that's okay. You can feel the fear and do it anyway. fear and anxiety and anger are energizing emotions. They can propel you forward as long as you don't get stuck in them. So letting all of that go now. You're here now. And imagine the top of your head receiving this beautiful white light. It's beaming down on you like warm sunshine. There's particles of shimmery light coming down into your body, warming your body, filling your body all the way down to your toes with this brilliant white light. Offering healing, rejuvenation, connecting you and reminding you of your spiritual center, how connected you are to all that is. We're all connected. Every thought we think, every behavior we have affects the whole. And it shouldn't take something like a virus to remind us how we're all connected and how things are contagious and how we can improve our lifestyle, our way of being in order to protect someone else. We're all connected. And so letting that white light come in and feeling it as unconditional love. Unconditional love that resets you to the pureness that you came into the planet as. Sweet little baby, innocent, excited, looking for love and touch and smiles and laughter. And reclaiming your soul now, reclaiming your original essence, reclaiming who you are at your core. When times get tough, what do you show? How do you show up? Who are you? How do you show your strengths? And what are those parts of you that you would like to grow and develop? Because if you've been on the planet long enough, you've been through some hardships, you've been through some traumas, and you could stuff them down and wait for them to pop up in a physical symptom or illness. Or you can quite literally move your body through them, process them, acknowledge, feel the fear and do it anyway, feel the emotions and become stronger for it. And so you've developed some strengths, some skills, perhaps some things that are incredibly unique to you because of your unique experiences, gifts, personality. And I want you to know that your gifts, your perspective, your compassion is deeply needed right now on the planet. And so you can rest and be fertile and be waiting for that peak time to move, that time to burst out of your cocoon. Or you can be taking small little growth steps every day. And you don't have to know what the path is, you just have to move more towards the yes. And move more away from the no. And so you can tune in every time, even going to the grocery store, you can close your eyes and say, do I pick pears today or apples? Do I want this brand or that brand? Practice listening to your body and finding that yes or that no. You might even be feeling your body warming up now. It's because you are filling up with love, you are connecting to this collective energy, and you are realizing and recognizing your power. When you are plugged into your truth and your integrity, you are feared by those who are out of integrity. There's nothing that you need to do but be true to yourself. Be true to your gifts. So take a few moments to imagine with me. In this time that we have, in this womb, this time that we are hunkered in the cave, hibernating, growing, what does your daily routine look like? If you are living in your highest truth and your highest integrity, with a heart full of compassion and a body full of unconditional love, what is your first thought when you open your eyes? How does your morning routine honor your body and your energy and your loved ones? What is the meaningful work that you engage in, and how is it helping the collective right now? And most importantly, how can you feel joy every day? A little bit of joy, a little bit of pleasure. Be it a ceremonial cup of hot lemon water or tea or coffee or cacao, a sunset on your patio, a walk through your neighborhood where you aren't talking to anyone and you're not listening to music, you're simply tuning in to the songs of the birds and noticing what animal friends want to show up while you're on your walk. Maybe you take dance breaks in the living room, putting on a fun song. Or you attune to your body by doing some push-ups or squats to feel that vital energy pulsing and coursing through your muscles, feeling strong and vital, getting the blood pumping. Where you connect with friends or family, truly listening, holding space, putting yourself in their shoes and honoring their perspective. This is an incredible opportunity to look under the microscope and see what we want to change. How our day-to-day life can change just a little bit and create a big change in the world. And this abundance energy that we're bringing in, it can bring in new love, it can bring in marriage proposals, it can bring in new jobs, it can bring in income, it can bring in new family members. Think about the different forms of abundance and what you're ready to receive. And receiving it is part of the process, but believing that you are worthy and deserving is the most important part. And so receive from your heart. Receive with your whole body. Receive with your yes. Create that space now for your dreams. I think we've all been given proof now that life can change very quickly, very drastically. And that means that your dreams can happen very quickly and very drastically as well. What is the highest expression of you? Meditate on that for a moment. What is he or she doing? That higher you. How does the highest expression of you talk to others, treat others? Treat herself or himself. What is the highest expression of you? Where? How do you adorn your body? How do you move your body when you walk into a room? How easy is it to offer a smile or eye contact? Where does the highest expression of yourself go when he or she needs play or rest or vacation? see yourself in absolute bliss, wherever that is, out in nature, or enjoying a favorite hobby, or a place you've always wanted to visit. Maybe with a loved one, or maybe even with your future partner. What does it feel like to be laughing hysterically until your belly hurts? And to be fed by sunshine and salt air. And leisurely adventures in nature. New explorations, deep conversations, meeting new beautiful souls across the planet, our human family, connecting, seeing beyond our differences, realizing we are more alike than different. Where can we meet each other heart to heart? Where can we join so much love that we get to heal the wounds of the past? Soothe them like a salve, allowing them to heal, nurture them. And if you're not asleep already, in a few moments we'll be coming out of this meditation, but not quite yet. I want to invite you to hold on to this bliss right now, that laughter, that joy, and realize it is inside of you because you can create it anytime you like in your mind. And your body doesn't know the difference. Your body feels it just the same. You have endorphins running through your cells right now. Again, you might be feeling yourself very warm. That's your body responding to the imagery. Hang on to that higher self. Thank it for being here. Hang on to your power, that yes and that no that you have within you. And hang on to that self-love that drives every action, every word out of your mouth, every daily habit. You can ask yourself, does this take me closer to my highest good or away from it? And check in with that full body yes or no. Because you are so fertile right now to receive and for abundance, you can plant the seeds of your dreams. And you can spend some time tonight in your sleep having very pleasant dreams about whatever brings you bliss, laughing, joyful. And you can even ask for symbols or signs about next steps. Ask to be guided. And realize you are so connected. And you are so powerful because you are connected. You've done very well tonight with relaxing yourself. Creating space for the world that you want to see and the life that you want to see. So if you're not already asleep, I invite you to very gently bring yourself back. Take some nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And if you'd like, you can flutter your eyes open. Come back with a smile. With some gratitude. The divinity in me honors the divinity in you. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back again on Friday at 9 p.m. Pacific time. But I also have a free workshop on Thursday if you want to go a little bit deeper with this stuff. It's an hour and a half, and I teach you 3 different techniques for moving through stress and transformation, and I talk a little bit more about the science of why all of this works. So if you'd like to join me in that group, it's free. The link is in my bio. It's under the Linktree schedule with me, and you'll see free intro to mind body medicine group. And I would absolutely love to see you there. I really enjoy this even more so than I used to now that we're all in our homes so much. And really appreciate the comments. Aw, Laura, thank you. Almost fell asleep, but I'm still here. You're a diamond. Aw. You guys are sweet. All right, I love seeing your names. Thank you for coming, and have a lovely rest of the night. And this will be posted again on YouTube probably by tomorrow if you feel like you want to listen to it again in the next couple days. All right, everybody, good night.